afternoon. My name is Mark. I'm the lead pastor of Rethink Church, and I'm here with Bonin, our favorite principal of Merrillville school system. So just to tell you the story, when we first moved up here in 2016, I reached out to all the principals and just said, hey, we're not even a church yet. It's the four of us, the all core four. And we just would love to see what God would want to do with a partnership with the school. And Bonin responded back. So we sat down in the next couple weeks after that and just started dreaming up what it would look like if a church and a school would partner together. And so we've been in the school system before we even launched services. We started feeding teachers lunch, volunteering in various ways. And so we'd love to just hear the story of Merrillville Intermediate School and what is going on there. So Cara, welcome to the, whatever this is, program, YouTube. So
thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So we're excited to see what is actually going on in our school, in our system, in our school system and corporation, especially at Merrillville Intermediate School. So would you just introduce yourself and where you grew up and all that fun stuff?
Sure. I'm Cara Bonin. I'm the principal at Merrillville Intermediate School. I am actually a graduate of Merrillville High School. I won't say what year, but a long time ago. But I grew up, I was born in Connersville, Indiana. My dad was a basketball coach at Connersville. My mom was always working in the school in some capacity. We moved throughout Indiana following my dad's career as a basketball coach. And when I was going into 7th grade, we moved to Merrillville, and I've lived in Merrillville and went to Merrillville all throughout high school. I attended Pierce, what's now Pierce Middle School. It was Pierce Junior High at that time, and Merrillville High School. And afterwards, I went to the University of Tennessee at Martin for a couple of years, and then came back home and finished up college. And I got my first teaching job with Jonas Salk Elementary School. I actually started as a physical education teacher. I was an elementary education major. Did that for 1 year, moved to 1st grade, taught at Pierce Middle School, 6th grade for a few years, came back and taught 4th grade at Jonas Salk Elementary, and then I became the principal at Jonas Salk Elementary School for 8 years. Then I moved to director of elementary curriculum for a few years and just missed being with the kids. And so when MIS had a principal opening, I got the opportunity to go back and be the principal at Merrillville Intermediate School. And I am finishing up my 4th year as principal there. I have a wonderful husband, Leo. We have been married for 23 years and 2 children. Blake is actually graduating this year, virtually graduating, I should say, from Earlham College. And in the fall, he will be attending Valparaiso University, getting his master's in sports administration, and being one of the grad assistant coaches for the Valparaiso men's basketball program. And then my other son, Bryce, will be a senior at Ball State next year.
Awesome.
My mom lives with me. She moved in with me, so we've got a full house during this time, and a dog that she brought with her, Baxter. That's a golden doodle.
Yeah, Baxter's a cool dog, that's for sure. So going into the school year, you probably had no clue that this was going to happen, that it would be a reality and distance learning, whatever you want to call it. So going into this, how have you guys adjusted to teaching our students, doing all this, and what was like that whole system look in the first few weeks of this COVID-19 stay-at-home order?
I think one of the blessings that we had at MIS is we actually were one-to-one take-home this school year. We were the pilot school for the Merrillville School District. So in November, our students actually started taking their Chromebooks to and from school to home, back and forth every day. So we had a system set up for Merrillville Intermediate School where students were already using things like Google Classroom, knowing how to access assignments at home, being able to submit those assignments online. So that really was a plus for us during this time. I'll never forget though, it was Friday the 13th, when we got the call that said, hey, we're going to be going home. We thought it was just going to be for a couple of weeks, and it ended up to be much longer than that. But we had 1 hour on that Friday, we had all of our kids get all of their books and textbooks out of their lockers and got their Chromebooks and got everything and packed them all up thinking that it was going to be for a couple weeks. It's been much longer than that, obviously, but our teachers at MIS have just been amazing. They've just stepped up to the plate. They've come together, setting up virtual classrooms, creating videos for the kids. We've learned how to Zoom and Google Hangout that we haven't done before, and being able to have face-to-face conversations with them. We've learned, new technology of how to engage our students, using Flipgrid where they can create videos for themselves. But it has been a challenge. Our teachers, they just miss being with the kids. We just miss our kids. And it's not the same talking virtually and emailing and chatting with them. So I think that's been, the biggest challenge for us.
Yeah. Yeah, you sent over a thing and it said that they're having dance parties, creating videos and having virtual ice cream parties together. And it sounds like an awesome time.
We are. Actually, this morning, I had a dance party with Miss Hofstra in Miss Harley's classroom.
That's awesome.
And so we were on, and, when you use Google Hangout, you can do the grid so you can see all of the kids, and they each picked a song and we got to dance, and it was just so much fun. We are just trying to not just, worry about the academics, but continue building those relationships with our kids and talking with them and making sure that they're okay. And their eyes just light up when we get the chance to talk with them and to do some fun things with them.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what are you excited during this COVID-19 season? Like, what's been a pleasant surprise in a sense?
I think, first of all, I already had a wonderful staff at MIS, but this time has really brought them together. It has made them even closer. They have been uplifting each other with, messages of encouragement and phone calls, and they have been sharing and collaborating even more than what they normally do. They are teaching each other, new technology and things like that. That's been amazing to watch. And so for my staff, that's been the biggest positive, is that has come to light even more than what it already was. For my students and my parents, I know how much is on their plate, and this is just a stressful time for all of them. And they have really stepped up in, trying on a consistent basis to get their lessons done, to log in, to communicate when they need help. Parents have been so thankful to our teachers for what they're doing. And if we've had concerns or issues, just seeing the unity between the school and the parents and the students of trying to come up with solutions to solve problems and to help each other. And I think that's been just a positive. This time can be so isolating for everybody, but yet it's been a time where we have really come together and banded together in the best interest of our kids and our families. And I think that's been one positive.
That's awesome. One of my friends, Brad Gray, he says that, you can be surrounded by people and found to be isolated,
Mm-hmm.
distance from people, and still have this amazing connection. And
Yeah.
So yeah, love watching how you guys are using technology to connect with each other, and how the teachers love and honor community. So what are some of the concerns that you have in this season and moving forward with the school?
We worry that we're not reaching everybody. That there are students that, and families that may be in need, that we don't know about. And so, we think all the time, or if we haven't heard from a student, are they okay? Are they sick? Is somebody in their family sick? Is something going on financially, or do they have enough, food in their house and things like that? When you're with the kids one-on-one, it's easier to find out because you see them all. And some of them, some of our students we may not see on a daily or regular basis because of different situations. And we know that families are under a lot of stress. And so, we want to do more and we don't know how to do more and how do we reach everybody and how do we get those resources to them. So that has been on our hearts and mind as a staff at MIS. And then with my own, as leader of MIS, I always worry also about my staff. I know that they have families and kids and, they're trying to teach and yet they're trying to do their own children's schoolwork. And, is everybody at home? Like under my house, we're all here and it's rough with having 5 people underneath a roof, we have to go to our separate rooms sometimes. So, I just, those are the concerns that that are initial, like immediate right now, on my mind and on the minds of our staff members. And we just worry about our kids, and our families, and we care about them and we love them and we want to do whatever we can to support them.
Yeah, that's awesome. So in this season, how can the people of Rethink Church be praying for you and your school, your teachers, and everyone involved?
First and foremost, I think just making sure everybody's safe and healthy. I mean, that is like our biggest wish and hope for everybody. And if there are concerns, praying for the ability for somehow that connection to be made of what we can do to help them, and also I pray that we can get back to school in the fall. So that our students can, come to MIS and, know that we love them and care about them and make them feel safe and have a routine for them. And just to be able to make sure that there's some normalcy back in their lives, because I know they're scared and they're worried. Yeah. And those would be the things that I would want everybody to pray for.
Will do. So, well, thanks, Kara. We just want to continually tell the stories, the amazing story that people are doing in this season. So thanks for joining us. And yeah, we'll keep in touch.
Thank you. And I just want to say that Rethink Church has been an amazing partner to Merrillville Intermediate School. And, through everything of supporting our parents from the first day of school, of passing out donuts and things like that, but, mentoring our kids. And just loving on us is just, your church has, and my church, has just been a blessing. And we look forward to hopefully continuing that in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. We love doing this. So.
Okay. Thank you.